Thundercat fans, to another Third Earth Reviews toy review. Today I will be reviewing Mumm-Ra the Ever-Living. So first, let's talk about the sculpt. While not completely detailed, I feel there are some interesting points that should be mentioned. Mumm-Ra is one of the few figures that is displayed with an open mouth. Each of his teeth are individually painted, which goes well with the greenish tint of his skin. The double snake symbol on his chest is raised so it stands out against the rest of the sculpt, and although I wish this figure came with a cape, Mumm-Ra has these great red and black bandages sculpted down the chest and back. His skirt is made of 3 separate parts. The wrapping around his waist joins together with the separate sculpts on each leg to create a completed skirt without limiting the movement, which I feel is a nice touch. Speaking of movement, Mumm-Ra has the same basic articulation like most of the LJN Thundercat toy line. The head moves left and right, which is not restricted by the headdress. The arms move up and down, and the legs move forward and backwards. However, due to Mumm-Ra's battlematic action, the arm movements and any battle poses are very limited. The battlematic action can be activated by the trigger on the back of the figure, and in Mumm-Ra's case, the battlematic action is an up and down double sword and dagger attack. Mumm-Ra was also unique in the fact that he is one of 2 figures that had a light-up eye feature. To activate this, you would take the power ring and press it up against the metal circle in his back. Here is what happens when you activate the light-up eye feature. An interesting fact about Mumm-Ra's and Lion-O's light-up eye feature is that they had different card backs than the rest of the series. Whereas most of the card backs showcased vehicles and other toys, like the Sword of Omens, Mumm-Ra's and Lion-O's card backs had more detailed photos and instructions on how to activate the light-up eye feature. Mumm-Ra came standard with a sword, dagger, removable headdress, and a power ring which took 1 AAA battery. As you can see, Mumm-Ra's power ring has a different design on it than Lion-O's. Where Lion-O's power ring has a Thundercat symbol, Mumm-Ra's power ring has a fanged skull design. There was a different set of packaging that included a free AAA battery for the power ring. In Series 2, Mumm-Ra was packaged individually or in a double pack that included a PVC Ravage, later on called Ma-Mutt. In Series 3, Mumm-Ra was included in a 2-pack with a Lunar Lasher, and in Italy there was a deluxe laser saber pack of Mumm-Ra with a red laser saber. There were also a few variants of Mumm-Ra, the most common being the red and dark red Mumm-Ra. These Mumm-Ras had different coloring for the headdresses, bandages, symbols, skirts, and sword handles. An important note regarding Mumm-Ra's sword: make sure to use caution when putting the sword in his hand, as the handle is very easily broken. There were also 3 different colors for Mumm-Ra's dagger: gray, silver, and black. The Lunar Lasher Mumm-Ra, similar to Lion-O's Thunder Wings variant, had painted eyes and a completely solid back. This was most likely to make the Lunar Lasher easier to place on the figure. There was also a prototype purple Mumm-Ra that was shown with the Lunar Lasher on some of the card backs and catalogs. This version of Mumm-Ra never appeared in any Thundercat episodes. Now, you cannot talk about Mumm-Ra the Ever-Living without bringing up his pre-transformed self. Mummy Mumm-Ra was available in Series 2 and 3, initially as a mail-away exclusive. To receive this free Mummy Mumm-Ra, one had to collect 6 proofs of purchase and send $1.25 for shipping and handling. These proofs of purchase, or tokens, could be found on the card backs and boxes of the figures, vehicles, and playsets. The figures and small vehicles had 2 tokens per card back, while the bigger toys, like the Mutant's Fist Pounder, had 4 tokens. The box for the Cat Slayer had 6 tokens. The offer expired on March 31st, 1987, and was for the US only. Mummy Mumm-Ra was the only figure to ever be offered as a mail-away exclusive. Later on, the figure was included in Mumm-Ra's Tomb Fortress playset. The transformed version of Mumm-Ra was sold separately. The Mummy Mumm-Ra figure was more simple than most of the LJN Thundercat toys. While the sculpt is nice, there's not a lot of detail since the robe covers the majority of the figure. There is very little articulation, as the head has a very limited range to move left and right due to the hood sculpt on the head. The arms do move up and down, but there is no articulation in the legs. The Mummy Mumm-Ra figure only came with a staff and was never packaged on a card. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Next time, I will be reviewing the Thundercat hero, Tigra. Until then, this has been Third Earth Reviews.